Saturday morning, and we are visiting a site in Austin, Texas, orthodontist, and got my truck rigged out. We were going hunting today, got the kayak and all packed up inside my truck, so super excited. Got to go to the stand and get set up. I got all my gear, the bow, cooler. They let us set up a feeder, and then just in case overnight stuff, and all the kayak stuff too. So man, super excited, ready to hit the ranch now. This is San Gabriel unit, Granger Lake. This is the path we need to go in. So I'm just gonna drive here. GPS is telling me to go a little further. I'll need to check in on my app. Once I get settled, I'll get on my phone and check in. That's the steep pipes. This is the launch, but I gotta get all the way back up there. That was a complete workout. That's crazy how steep it is. Luckily they have a winch up here to help pull your kayak up, because I don't know how to get it up. Getting it down was tough enough. Finally launched. Got my boots, snake boots on, forgot about that. Lost my phone for a second, just all kinds of craziness. So, making my way up. Okay, headed to our spot. Got my bow. Dangerously there. I really don't like it there. That's where it is. Probably need to get a couple more straps. And we got our feeder in the back. Just can't see if it's behind me. Big old feeder. And then let's make our mile trek to our hidden spot. Not so hidden. I met a nice guy who gave me a few spots. He says you don't even need a kayak to. So push comes to shove, I might end up hunting there and just baiting on the floor. But we'll see what's up. Exciting. Foot caught on. All right, we're all set up. I got my tripod stand right there. I use my stand to put my camera way up there so nobody can mess with it, and then I hung a feeder up there using the tripod stand as well. So tripod stand was very helpful, and I used cable so nobody could cut it. This is a game trail. You can kind of see just animals moving back and forth. So this was a good spot. I'm hidden in the trees over there. 30-yard shot. Okay, kayaking back to the truck. Gonna take a quick rest, get some food and some water. It's really thirsty. That was a workout. So I'll be done and back in the stand the next couple hours. I'm gonna take a good long rest. Oh, that's it? Okay.
All right, back home in Houston. Was not successful on the second hunt. I did not go back to my spot where I set up the feeder and my stand. I figured just go ahead and let that. We don't need to be pushing anything or creating more pressure in that area. So I'm in my garage now. I'm just gonna go over all the things that I have and all the things that I should have. I like to go through every fishing trip, hunting trip, to go through my list. So I ended up meeting a guy over there while I was putting on my camouflage, and he gave me a spot really close by to where I was parking. Went over there, saw two does, and they were coming closer, and I thought they would get within range, and they ended up just slowly going a different direction and went way outside what I felt comfortable shooting. So first thing, my bow and a case, GoPro. This mount is awesome. I use this on my kayak. I use that on the stand. I use that. I put it on a tree whenever I was at that second location. Binoculars and harness, so I have that over there. Headlamp, that was very useful at night, putting all the stuff away, and especially when I'll be kayaking back to the ramp. Rangefinder. Fixed broadheads. I got a recommendation for at West Houston Archery to use some fixed broadheads, so that's what that one is. Mosquito sunscreen, first aid, individual first aid kit. I bring this everywhere I go, fishing, hunting, even just lives in my truck. Dude wipes, that was awesome. The Hobie kayak, PFD, long arm, and dolly. That's in my truck right now. I still have to take that down, letting it dry from the morning dew. These cable locks, where they at? This one, amazing. Locked up all the stuff. It is public land hunting, so you want to make sure that people aren't stealing your stuff. So I locked up everything in my truck. I bought 4 of these little padlocks. Locked up my my gun case, or my bow case, my coolers. I locked up my kayak. I locked up a bunch. I just bought a bunch of these things and a bunch of these padlocks. Gerber blade. So that's this, just for if I do get something, I can clean it. Medical gloves. So I bought a pack and just keep a few with me. Extra batteries for the game camera. So I have a game camera out there, so I can change out batteries. Just always keep extra batteries. Let's see, hand warmers. Didn't need hand warmers, but I had them. Thermocell, that's this thing. So turn that on and it helps keep the mosquitoes away. Cooler, I brought a 65 quart cooler. Sleeping bag, I did not need to use my sleeping bag. I didn't stay overnight. Ice. One thing I will put on my notes for the ice is every time I clean my coolers, I unscrew the drain plug, and definitely want to make sure you screw that back on because my truck got a little wet. I had the cooler inside my truck, so it wasn't good. Duffel bag, hunting soap and deodorant, and then normal toiletry. Snake boots, definitely love these. I use that even to store stuff. I stuff stuff in on the top of my boot, like my phone, just for easy access as during my sit. Hunter orange vest and hat. Yeah, that's a requirement. So you need to have your vest and your hat. Sawyer permethrin. I didn't need to use this. This is for my next hunt in Laguna Toscosa. I'm gonna spray all my clothes with that because I heard the mosquitoes are really bad down south. Tags on arrows. So every arrow, public hunting, you have to put your customer number on it. So I have that on all my arrows. The hanging feeder. So I had a hanging feeder over there. That was what I went yesterday to do. My hunting tripod is there, tagged and everything. Steel rope. That's how I hung my my feeder. My Go camera. That's not here because it's over there. And tags on feeder and camera, and corn. So I could buy a lot more corn. I'm planning to go back and actually fill up, bring 3 or 4 bags, and I'll keep, here's another thing, I will keep an extra bag in my truck, or maybe instead of a whole bag, like half a bag or quarter bag. The reason why is because if I decide on going to a different spot, you want to be able, we're allowed to bait there on this tagged hunt, so want to keep corn just in case I say, hey, I'm gonna try this spot, or I saw a lot of deer, let's go ahead and try to use that. But yeah, that's my list. One of the things I did want to add is I have this $20 bow, tree stand bow holder. So I'm gonna put that on because holding a bow up high, and you're getting there early so you're not bumping a bunch of deer going into your stand, you want to be able to use this. I did not have enough of rehydration or electrolytes. I drank like 6 of these, especially going back and forth yesterday. I went back and forth, loading my stuff, bringing the feeder, bringing the stand, setting everything up, going back and getting my bow. It was a lot of work, and I was definitely dehydrated. So I'm going to be bringing a ton of water. Even though I'm not going to be doing the same thing I did yesterday, I'm going to bring a ton of water because just the heat, and then also just the paddling and getting to your spot and going up. The hard part was whenever I did find a spot, or I found my spot, the elevation change was a good 10 feet from the bank to where I was hunting. So it was a steep climb getting all my gear, and I probably spent a lot of energy there. Then at the boat ramp, as you guys saw in the video, that was a ton of work, and I hurt my hand getting it up there. Luckily some guy was there to help, and I helped him load his kayak afterwards. His weighed like a quarter of what mine was. Mine's a tank. But yeah, that's my list, and hopefully next week